through the newspapers and he cut out an article that he wanted to write a song about. He found an article about a plane that had crashed out in California. They were deporting some Mexican workers back across the border, and the plane crashed and people died. And he thought it'd make a good song, not because it was an accident, and accidents happen, but the newspapers and the radio out there on the West Coast didn't mention anybody's name. Just said, well, it was just some deportees. And that pissed him off, because names was important to him, and so he wrote a song giving names to these folks who had perished in this accident. And at that time, they was all buried in a mass grave outside of a little church, in a church graveyard. They had a little stone up there that said, 28 Mexican citizens. That's all it said. And I'd been singing the song, you know, for, like I said, for a long time. But about 2 years ago, somebody heard the song and said, well, I wonder who those people actually were. I mean, because of the internet and stuff these days, you could find out stuff. And so somebody started digging into it, and sure enough, I found all those names. A guy wrote a book about it, a guy named Tim Hernandez. And now, where there had once been this little stone, there's a big stone with everybody's name on it, like it should have been in the first place. And all because of this song. The crops are all in, and the peaches are rotting. The oranges are piled in their creosote dumps. They're flying you back to the Mexican border to pay all your money and way back again. Our father's own father waded that river. They took all the money that he made in his life. My brothers and sisters come working the fruit trees, and they rode the trucks till they took down and died. Goodbye to my one, goodbye, Rosalita. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportees. Some of us are illegal, and others not wanted. Our work contract's out, and we have to move on. But it's 600 miles to the Mexican border, and they chase us like outlaws, rustlers, and thieves. We've died in your hills, and we've died in your deserts. We've died in your valleys, and died on your plains. We've died neath your trees, and we've died in your bushes. Both sides of the river, we've died just the same. Goodbye to my one, goodbye, Rosalita. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane, and all they will call you will be deportees. A skyplane caught fire over Los Gatos, Kenya. Like a fireball of lightning, it shook all our hills. And who are these friends, all scattered like dry leaves? The radio says they're just deportees. Is this the best way we can grow our big orchards? And is this the best way we can grow our good fruit? To fall like dry leaves and rot on the topsoil and be known by no name except deportees. Goodbye to my one, goodbye, Rosalita. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you